older Genshin players will remember this. Part 2. The baseline for a 5-star unit's performance was Ganyu. The baseline for a 4-star unit's viability was Diona. Zhongli didn't have split scaling. He was either an HP unit for his skill or an attack unit for his burst. He didn't have both, so you either built him for a shield or you built him for damage. It was expected that any unit who was added, whether they were a 5-star or a 4-star, was viable on their own and then worked better in certain teams, as opposed to only working in certain teams, otherwise being bad. It was well expected for 5-star units to perform on par or relative to each other. It was why Yoimiya was considered bad, because she didn't perform on par with Hu Tao. Double reruns weren't a thing. You had one character and one character only. Arguably it made it easier to save, however it also made it much more difficult to get the character you missed. And finally, the waifu over meta debate wasn't as heavily implied. Instead, it was expected that a character ought to look good and play nicely, but also be good, as opposed to one or the other. For 4 stars and 5 stars, it wasn't mutually expected for them to look good but be bad.